Topic: When the Righteous Retreat, Power, Purpose, and the Tragedy of Abandoned Destiny. Written by Professor Paul, Me Foundation Monthly Lecture Series 21, February 4, 2026. A city destined to reign, called to lead, influence, and shape the moral direction of its generation, was abandoned by those divinely entrusted with its stewardship. Not because the calling was withdrawn, but because prevailing circumstances became overwhelming. Fear replaced faith. Self-preservation overshadowed sacrifice. Silence prevailed where courage was required. Many withdrew, relocated, or stepped aside from positions pre-assigned by the Almighty to preserve and redeem their generation. History teaches us that destiny is not lost in a moment of crisis. It is forfeited when responsibility is abandoned. Like Joseph before his elevation, the path to fulfillment often demands endurance, integrity, and unwavering commitment in the face of injustice and uncertainty. Yet, unlike Joseph, many were unwilling to remain in the process. They lacked the courage to endure temporary suffering for a lasting purpose and therefore surrendered their mandate prematurely. But power does not tolerate a vacuum. Where principled leadership retreats, opportunistic actors advance. The city did not remain empty. It was swiftly occupied by those who neither valued humanity nor respected moral boundaries. Leadership fell into the hands of individuals whose defining traits became fraud, corruption, greed, oppression, abuse of power, and a blatant disregard for the sanctity of human life. What was once a city of promise became a domain of exploitation. This reality aligns with Niccolò Machiavelli's sobering insight. In The Prince, Machiavelli presents a political realism that warns, when virtue withdraws from power, vice will govern without hesitation. Authority, he argues, is often seized not by the most righteous, but by the most daring. In moments of instability, those driven by ambition rather than conscience are quickest to act. Machiavelli understood that fear, manipulation, and control become tools of governance when moral restraint is absent, and that societies suffer most when good people refuse to lead. Yet Machiavelli's insight, though descriptive, is not prescriptive for people of faith and conscience. It does not call the righteous to abandon morality, but rather exposes the cost of disengagement. When those guided by values, truth, and divine purpose retreat from leadership, they inadvertently empower those who rule without virtue. Silence in such moments is not neutrality. It is surrender. The lesson is both timeless and urgent. Destiny demands participation. Cities, nations, institutions, and generations are